That shouldn't be usable already, but whatever.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get cleaned up here and then head out for Uzhitz.
I'd like to,
And what is it you'd like?
I'll certainly need a physician to treat my wounds.
I guess I didn't really need the wound
And a
treatment,
hot bath
but whatever.
And laundering my clothes.
As you wish. Do you have the coin?
No. You
Fine.
have to do it for free.
Here it is.
I'm sure you'll be extremely satisfied. Goodbye.
Yeah, sure, whatever, just clean my shit. Got night stuff to do. I love how people, they don't know any better. So when you're dressed like a knight, people will call you like sir and refer to you as a knight. Because they're just ignorant, like, tits and they have no idea whether you are or not. And since you're wearing the armor, clearly you must be. Just running around a peasant's son. Blacksmith. A blacksmith's boy, not even a blacksmith myself. And people call me Sir Knight. Like, damn right. And I walk my horse into their cart. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, anybody who's watched the earlier episodes probably see that I updated my gear quite a bit since the last one. Basically just been doing small things every now and again, hunting and the like, and killing bandits nearby Rattay that randomly spawn in order to make money. And have been training like crazy with Bernard, is it? Yeah, I think it's Captain Bernard. The guy who's in Rattay, at least. Had a really awesome battle with him that went on for like 15 minutes straight before he finally got enough damage on me to force me to stop. But the whole thing went all screwy because my headset went all out of whack when I was trying to record it. And was like recording volume from outside my house. It was so sensitive. So I just couldn't use any of it, which was kind of a bummer. I mean, I could have just muted it, I guess, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Kind of loses the intensity when you mute the sound and just put music to it, and I don't know. Sometimes it's okay. Other times I feel like it's just, it takes something away from the video. But he'll get his. One of these days I'll fucking beat his ass and he won't be able to... He'll be telling me to stop, not to kill him. It's gonna take a hell of a lot though, because like, literally like 15 minutes straight of just like fighting each other. And his armor was only like partially scuffed and wrecked. It wasn't even like destroyed. Mine was all ripped up and dented and fucking beaten and shit.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. Haven't been getting hit by events and stuff as much. I wonder, like, I can't remember if it said that somewhere that events would be less present on hardcore mode or what, but I feel like they don't happen nearly as much as the first time I played through this game. Like, I feel like there was almost always a peasant or a peddler or some random person trying to get me to stop on the road right there as I left Rattay almost every time near that, like, section of bush on the right. Almost every time when I played the first time. And now there's, like, nothing there ever. I don't think I've run into one guy yet riding past there. Which is kind of weird. Oh, that's a wrong turn.
Yeah.
Wait a moment. That's the horse. The horse stables. God damn it, always being on Scallots. Fuck. Not even there. Okay, I'm like up past Neuhof right now. Right? Or am I at that earlier farm? No, that's Neuhof right there. That makes... Is the road going... Maybe west? That's north, okay.
Yeah.
You never really think about it much, but as soon as they take away those letters at the top of the compass, like, holy crap, that thing is useless. Be nice if you could set a marker, then you could at least just set a marker on the map. Wait, can you set... Oh. Oh, he's looking for a fight.
Welcome, Henry.
What's the matter?
Well, this might be a mistake.
Ah, nothing's the matter. I just like to pass the time of day with a fellow wayfarer.
I see. What do you have in mind?
We could have a little bout of combat, for the sake of practice.
Who are you, anyway? And what do you do?
What do you think? Would you take me for a knight?
No, although you are armed like one.
True.
So a bandit, then?
No. Not now, anyway. I'm waiting here for a merchant who hired me for protection. What about that
Just
duel?
randomly out on the side of... Seems like you should probably meet up with him before he leaves to begin with, but...
Alright, why not?
Why not?
Finally, a taker. I hope you have coin, though.
Aye.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Splendid. Let's get to it.
Oh, damn, this guy's good at those.
Kurva fix.
Oh, come on.
What?
I hate it when your guy doesn't lunge on those attacks.
Bugger!
Damn it!
Oh dear, did that hurt?
Crap, wasn't ready for that clinch.
I'm going to enjoy this.
What the hell was that? My guy just didn't block.
Damn.
Nice.
Sakura. This is not my day. Here, take your coin and run along.
You should take your life and your armor, but whatever. You admitted to being a bandit in the past, so I mean, I could in theory be within my rights. Okay, so I'm guessing I'm at this crossroad right here, right now. And I just need to keep going north until I pass that camp, and then cross the river, and continue northward. Unless I'm in completely the wrong spot, in which case I will turn up somewhere else, be lost, and it'll be fun finding my way back home. Oop. Oh yeah, and while I dressed up Pebbles the horse, he is still just Pebbles the horse. Because I purchased all of the tack and saddle and all that kind of stuff first before checking the price of the horses, and then it turns out that the horses were more expensive than I remembered. And I did not have enough to buy a worthwhile horse after having bought all the tack and everything else, so that was also fun. I just ended up having to dress up this subpar horse and continue using Pebbles.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he hasn't let me down yet, so. I feel like this road's turning and taking me in the wrong direction now. Yeah, okay, I took a right. I'm going down that fucking... whatever the hell that road is.
Yeah.
Figure if I go with this angle, I should... What the hell? I have literally never seen a rabbit hole like that in the entire time I've played the game. That is... How have I never seen this? Were they added? There's another one right over there now. It seems like I should have seen these a long time ago. Ooh, you sell good. Good price on that. So let's take all the St. John's wort from here. And now back on the road to Uzhitz.
Yeah.
Still kicking myself when I was farming a bunch of stuff all offline. I got a whole bunch of like herbs and stuff picked, and I had like 280 of that, the St. John's wort, and it sells for like a groschen each. And this was back when I had like nothing. I was just starting. Harvest the stuff because you have to harvest one at a time type thing. And I get so many of them, and I go to transfer them from my horse to me, and instead of transferring them, I drop them. Because I wasn't paying attention, and my horse wasn't near me, so it made me drop them wherever the hell my horse was, and I lost them. And it's just like, what? Why do I do these things? So I guess I'm out at this road now, somewhere. Or that one. So I just need to turn left and keep going up.
Yeah.
Come on, Uzhitz. Gotta learn to read. And then all the skill books become useful. Alright, gotta find out where this shitty bandit lives too. I guess I should probably come into the town from the actual road. Since they like to put fences around 90% of this shit, and then you end up getting stuck. Since stupid Pebbles the horse can't jump worth crap. Oh yeah, I think there's like a horse dealer here. Too, if I'm not mistaken. At one point you steal a horse from this place for somebody or some shit. Or you have to break it in or something and it breaks out. Can't quite remember. This is the town with the church. Thank God it's not Sasa though. Guy just jumps off there, alright. Where is the inn in this crap hole? Nope. There it is. At least I think that's it. Oh no, here we go.
Good health to you.
I'm looking for a fellow who lives here, but I don't know his name. Do you know anyone with a limp?
What would you want with him? Well, it's no skin off my nose. The bastard has a cottage on the edge of the village by the road to Rattay.
God damn it.
Is there anything suspicious going on in these parts?
Indeed there is. Around here, you should hear about what Vashek the groom has been up to at the stables. When the head groom told the lads here, they fell off their seats laughing. And there's more. Just last night, Father Godwin was here, calling fire and brimstone down on old Gertrude, the herb woman. He's not one to make a fuss over some trifle either.
Well, alright then. Wait, what time is it? Okay, it's only noon. Yeah, screw it. The guy with the limp can wait. I'm gonna go learn to read. It's not that quest that's gonna take me somewhere else. And then I'll have to come all the way back here.
Good health to you.
I'd like to learn to read.
You? You don't look like the makings of a priest or clerk. But why not? I've taught all sorts. Bear in mind, it won't be all that easy. You'll need plenty of time and a few groschen for my trouble.
Alright. I don't want to waste time. We can get started.
Just
sooner
real
I
time
master
takes
it,
like
the
3
better.
weeks to learn how to read.
Very well. I will
It's the
require
shittiest
some
thing in any
groschen
game.
from you, though. And set aside at least a couple of days so I can put you through your paces. If indeed time is of the essence.
Here are your groschen.
Then we may as well start.
Farewell.
My guy's just supposed to be figuring out this super important thing and chasing down a lead, and he just takes a few weeks to learn to read.
He did break his vow, but better than to dishonor it here.
Oh yeah, and I got Henry a haircut and a change of facial hair. He now has a mustache and beard. And apparently
Wake
a
up,
popular
lad.
Polish haircut.
Time we were getting on. So, let's see you read a bit. There's a book here on the table. Try to read it.
Will I manage?
You ought to be able to. It's a simple text. Come back once you've worked your way through it.
Oh yeah, this is where he asks me questions about it or something, and I have no idea what the fuck it says because 90% of the book is gibberish.
I've read the book.
Wonderful. So tell me, what have you learned?
There was something about some...
Ah, well, the main thing is you've managed to read the book. The rest is just practice. Only through a careful reading will you uncover the real meaning of the text. No book is written on a mere whim and without purpose. Like I told you, books are valuable. Place in them ought to be no less so.
Does that mean that I can read then?
Yes, you have the foundation. Remember, my boy, the pen is mightier than the sword. To fully learn your way around words will take a lot more reading yet. Now we'll move on to the second lesson, which will be much harder. Many books are written in Latin, the language of erudite and religious men. If you really want to be able to read, there's no getting away from Latin. There's a book on the table with some text. Read it and then come back. You need not understand it, but you should master the letters.
I only just managed the fable about the goose, and now you're asking me to tackle Latin.
You're a clever lad. You'll manage.
Yeah, that's how Latin
Okay,
works.
now.
You'll manage, said no one ever. Well, that's fantastic. That was a good read. Good read. Never felt so knowledgeable. Well learned, even.
I read the page.
So tell me, Distrupule, what's written there?
Which one seems? That one seems right,
Nullus est liber
but probably wrong.
tam malus. Ut non lique parte prosit.
Good heavens! Don't tell me you haven't had lessons
Yeah!
before. Excellent. Well, there's nothing more I can teach you. Congratulations. You can go and be ordained right away.
Thank you, Domine. I'm feeling a lot wiser.
God be with you.
Alright, now I can go around being a hoity-toity prick to people. Looking down on them. Just randomly asking them if they know how to read. Then scoffing under my breath and walking away. I feel like a real knightly lord. Alright, where am I going here in this crap hole town? Oh, that was not what I wanted. Again, not what I wanted. Is it Lubosh? Okay, so his is like right out, just across the river. I wish they actually had like more hitching posts and a reason to hitch your horse to stuff. Like it gives your horse a mild bonus so that it rides better when you take off. Like it just seems dumb that you're always encouraged to just leave your horse wherever the hell you want. Oh yeah, and I think this is one of the places where I get to use the shovel. Oh, okay, yeah. Pretty sure I remember this part. Poor old Limpy Lubosh.
Move along, citizens. Move along.
It's nothing to see. This is, yeah, nothing to see.
Nothing to see. I'd like to know what something to see looks like.
By the keys of St. Peter, this is all I need. We'll have to send word to Sir Hanush.
That might not be necessary.
Who are you?
I'm Henry of Skalitz, in the service of Hanush's Captain Bernard. I'm investigating the attack at Neuhof, and I think this could be related.
Well, I'm the bailiff of Uzhitz. And I say we don't want any of that kind of trouble around here. What makes you think this has anything to do with Neuhof?
One of the folk at the stud farm recognized someone from Auschwitz among the bandits.
We have no bandits or murderers around here.
Well, not anymore, you don't.
They say he had a limp?
And they're just like, oh, that's why he was split open and flayed like
Allow
something
me to
out of the
introduce
fucking
you
Bible.
To Limpy Lubosh. Or all that's left of him.
He was tended to by good Christians.
Sakra. Nothing's ever easy. I'll have to take a look around and ask a few more questions, if that's all right with you.
You can take this mess off my hands and welcome to it. As for what else there is to find out, I don't know. But look and ask all you like.
Lubosh visited.
Who was Limpy Lubosh?
A poor crofter and a scoundrel. Can't say I'm too surprised what happened to him. He kept company with all sorts of vermin. He was always getting into some kind of trouble. Punch-ups in the tavern and what have you.
How come he limped?
He got that from some villainy or brawl a long time ago.
Has he been up to anything suspicious lately?
I don't know. The last few days he didn't go anywhere. He was home the whole time. But he always kept everyone in the village at arm's length.
Did he have any kith or kin in the village?
None. A loner he was. I don't know the last time I saw him with anyone.
Do you happen to know where he was on the night of the Neuhof raid?
I've no idea. He kept his distance from other folk, so you never knew if he was away or holed up at home.
Fair enough then, useless guy who gave me no information.
When did you find the body? And did anyone see anything?
Just now, and nobody saw or heard anything. I don't know how they could gut him like that without someone hearing him scream.
Oh, let's go in and look at this fantastic scene.
Lord above, they did a hell of a job on him. Must have been agony. How come no one heard anything? Lord above, they did a hell of a job on him.
Oh.
Must have been agony. Judas. Looks like this is meant to be a warning. Who? Why? Maybe the gang had a falling out. But a bandit who knows how to write isn't something you see every day.
Well, I guess I probably shouldn't rob him when there's an entire village worth of people outside. Maybe it's not such a good idea. Torso, head, read. There's nothing else, right? Yeah, okay. Well, I'm surprised nobody heard anything. I mean, I'm guessing they just hate the guy.
Indeed.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know how I can help you, but ask if you must.
Do you know who Lubosh used to spend time with? Kin or friends?
As far as I know, he had nobody at all in this world.
God damn it.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I don't think he was home. I didn't see him all day.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
There wasn't sight or sound of him for a long time. And then yesterday, he turned up at the church and even talked to the parish priest. I never saw him do that before. Probably had a bad conscience.
Oh, well, there we go. There's someone to talk to.
That's all. Thank you.
Oh yeah, if I remember, their priest is like a huge drunk or something. It's kind of like the priest's version of Hans Capon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get out of my way, you bastards.
Yeah.
Nightly business.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this guy's a useless drunk. No, not passed out back there? Alright then. Oh, there he is. Come on, horse.
The blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father. I'm here in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa, investigating
Oh
the
yeah, and he
massacre at
does that
Neuhof.
whole
Seems
can't
be
talk
connected
to you
a
because
murder
of
here.
God
Can I ask you a few
shit.
questions?
It seems Sir Hanush is employing children as investigators. But ask as you wish, boy. I hope this nasty business will be cleared up quickly.
Did you know Lubosh? What was he like?
Bit of a lost soul. Simple, rough fellow, bad person.
Did you notice anything suspicious recently?
My child. All sorts of suspicious things have been going on recently. People like Lubosh don't know what to do about it, and sometimes they do stupid things.
That's really not a lot of help to me, Father.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Wow, this guy is such a useless wanker.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing on the day Neuhof was raided?
Unfortunately, I do know. And I'd like to help you with your investigation, but I can't.
What?
My imaginary
I'm
friend
bound by
told me
certain
it's
vows
rude
that
to talk to
forbid me to
people
tell
about
you.
stuff.
Vows more important than catching
Fucking
dangerous
dumb.
murderers.
There are laws of God above the laws of man, son. And one of those is the sanctity of the confessional.
Mm-hmm. That totally makes sense. Dumbest shit ever.
Father, surely you
Like,
can't
no,
be
we want to
serious.
hear all of people's
There
most
must be
horrible
situations in
fucking
which you can make an
secrets, and we
exception.
can't do that if
There
they
are
think we're going to
things that
tell
apply
on them.
always,
We
no
need
matter
that
what
shit.
the circumstances, and this is one of them.
You know how boring it is being a priest? I want to fucking threaten him, but I feel like it's not going to work. Fuck it.
I've got no time for this. You might be happy to put people's lives at risk, but I refuse to, and I'll get that confession out of you by force if I have to.
You're
Damn
threatening
it.
me. You want to fight me? Well, I never. Well, why not? Let's have at it.
All right, let's do it.
Punch the shit out of a priest, why not? Or get the shit punched out of me, more than likely. I haven't done much arm fighting, so my skills in it aren't that good.
I'm over here.
Right there, bitch. Is that where you are? Mouthy bastard. You ready to talk? You little bitch? Yeah, that's what I fucking thought.
Well, I have to admit you're good. Or I'm getting too old for this. Either way, if you think you'll get confessional secrets out of me with your fists, you're badly mistaken, boy. You can
Oh,
hammer
well,
me
now
to
he
death
respects
if you like,
me,
but the
motherfucker.
sanctity of the confession is unbreakable. I do want to help you, though. So come to the tavern in the evening, and maybe we'll come up with something.
You're damn right you'll help me, or I'll kick your ass again. I was fighting this old man with fucking an entire suit of plate mail on. Like, oh, nothing like some old fisticuffs when your hands are coated in steel. That's great. Totally fair for the guy who's going bare knuckle and wearing a cloth robe. Oh, that's the wrong button. Because I'm far too good at that. They simply cut, of course, the word anus is spelled correctly. How long do I need to wait? Did he say after dark or until... Yeah, I'll go until 20. Hey, there he is. Don't mind if I do.
The best of good harvest.
I'm sorry I can't tell you everything. But maybe we can work something out. But first I'd like to hear something about you, my son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you from?
I'm from Scallops.
From Happy Town Scallops.
Oh. I'm sorry. What about your kin?
They're dead.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Start this off on a light note.
Here.
Woo!
We'll drink to them. They must have been terrible.
It was terrible. It seemed so pointless. We had no warning. They just appeared and began the slaughter. God knows why. They killed anyone who didn't make it.
Guys,
to the
still
shelter
not
of the
over this?
council.
God.
My parents, my girl, even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents, but there was nothing I could do. Then I fled to Talmberg with the Cumans on my heels. They almost killed me. They slaughtered people in the surrounding villages. There's a pile of bodies in front of the church in Rovna. Folk who tried to take refuge there, but then...
My poor child. May God grant them eternal rest.
Nope.
How did you come
Not
to get
buried in
this
sanctified
assignment?
ground.
I'd have expected Sir Hanish to send that old grouch Bernard.
He did, but I found a witness and the trail led here to Uzhitz, so he sent me here to follow it up.
Ah, well, congratulations. It's nice to see someone using their head to find things out instead of torture.
Yeah.
We'll have to drink to that. Now the most
Rewind 10 minutes to me punching the shit out of him.
The good folks hereabout are saying all kinds of terrible things, but I take most of it with a pinch of salt.
The rumours aren't exaggerated this time, unfortunately. The Neuhof stud farm was raided by bandits, but they didn't come to pillage or even take the horses. They only wanted to kill. They maimed the horses and slaughtered some people. I'm sure they would have killed more, but the bandits quarrelled among themselves and broke off the attack. And judging by what's left of our Lubosh, they're still settling accounts.
I see it's every bit as bad as people claim. Dreadful. Well then, here's to those poor souls who had to die so pointlessly and so terribly.
I've told you all about me. Now it's your turn, Father. You don't look much like our parish priest at home.
Hold me an eye out.
I noticed you're pretty handy with a sword. I wouldn't expect that of a man of the cloth.
You know what they say. The Lord moves in mysterious ways.
But this is a bit more mysterious than others.
Let's just say I haven't always been a priest. Fate led me to places where affairs were settled by force. These days, of course, it's just a bit of exercise to keep me in shape.
Well, we've had an agreeable chat, but now let's get down to business. So, about this confessional seal. Do you really want more innocent people to die?
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters in which you can't make exceptions because if you do it once, you'll forever be tempted to do it again. If people stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed, they won't trust anyone, and that's worse than even the most hideous crime.
No, that's done. That's dumb.
I understand, but that means I've reached a dead end. Those cutthroats will strike again, and I can't stop them.
Chin up, lad. I might have a solution.
What?
If I tell you what Lubosh told me, I'd be betraying the confessional secret. But, first thing tomorrow, I'll try something I think might help you.
Word of honor?
On my soul.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation.
How did I just lose
Where
reputation?
do you get the ideas for your sermons?
What did what
Uzhitz isn't Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. They have to
Like,
be
fuck you, Henry.
entertained, too. If I only read from the Bible, I'd soon be preaching to an empty church.
Our priest wasn't exactly a bard. So what do you preach to your flock about?
It has to be something topical. Condemning vices. And of course describing them in detail. A tongue lashing about the two popes goes down well these days. And stories from real life, with a nice moral to them, are popular as well. Especially if they're about fornication and similar scandalous vices.
Can you give me an example?
Well, recently a priest by the name of Jan Hus started preaching in Prague, in the Czech language, and the people liked it. I hear he always has a full house. A journeyman who heard him told me what Hus is preaching, and I like the sound of it. I'm thinking about putting it in my own repertoire.
What's so amazing about it?
The preaching of Master Jan Hus about Mother Church. The lamentable wealth in which the church is drowning has turned to poison, and nearly the whole of Christendom is contaminated. Just like a flock of hungry ravens, they settled on this land to devour every grain of gold and silver. They know no mercy. Their hearts are corrupted by longing for wealth. And they shamelessly profit from everything. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay and you will have absolution. What if the devil himself were to pay? Would he ascend to heaven too? With such money gained from the poor, they buy beautiful horses to ride and needless servants to pamper them. They gamble at dice and dress their whores in expensive fur. While Jesus Christ walked barefoot and had no place to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too. Amen.
Okay.
Well, this young Hughes character is quite a rebel.
Oh, the congregation will love it.
I don't doubt it.
Let's drink to that.
Funny. That last bit reminds me of someone.
What do you mean? My situation's completely different. Huth preaches against the prelates and the clerics who are robbing the poor. Look at me. I don't have a pot to piss in. I'm no better off than the folk I preach to. I'm one with them in poverty and suffering and everything that troubles them. I drink with them and curse those stuffed habits in Sasau Monastery.
Thanks for the sermon, but I think I've been morally uplifted enough.
It's getting quite late. What are your plans, Father?
What do you suppose?
That was said really weird. Yeah, why not? Let's get drunk.
That sounds like a good plan.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Przyszła bida mora lat, to nie ustoi żadnej chlap. Na kraj padł dziesięć smutek, drobnielo i rano utek, niech ich małżeński majstak, do wczera żylne staje prak. Už sejmoj svatý muži, nechtěl bych bejbě i kůži, nám je to jedno a tak si dáme jedno a požadem si huby jako poslední jen. Půlky slávy, ano rada slávy, a tak vypad suky a posaď se mi sem, tak posaď se sem a vypad je ven. Ukaž kozy jako kozy, zítra jen tu jsou nejden, tak nalej mi hned a točí se vzdět.
Enough of this! Bailiff! Come on over here, sit down and have a drink with us.
Don't vex me again, Father. It's 3 hours past dusk, and curfew is long gone.
So what?
So, I'll have you all whipped, and put in the stocks, and I'll write a letter to the bishop about you, priest.
Well, nothing to worry about then. Everyone knows the only one around here who can write is me.
Enough! Men, throw them out.
Oh. Oh. You looking for a fight? Henry, back me up.
Well, I guess so. Henry's just like the shit I do for work.
You'll get what for.
Why are there so many people out here? Okay, he's down. Oh, hit him with those quick jabs. Knee to the face. And he's down. I don't even know what the hell's going on right now with this fight. That was just some guy who wasn't even involved. I think he got punched by accident. What's even happening right now?
Henry?
Yeah, okay, God be with me. Fantastic. Who am I even fighting? Like...
I'd love to. And Henry too, I'm sure.
Right, Henry. Stop that nonsense, Godwin. Are you out of your mind? What will people say?
They can say what they like. What do I care? What do they do to me? Watch the step, my dear. Careful, you don't hurt yourself.
Godwin, you're a buffoon.
And I am super drunk. After you, lady.
Here we are. Look at this beauty.
Oh. We can't do this, can we?
Who says? Get ringing, wench.
Henry just jumps right into that shit. He's just like, he said wench, I'm on it.
This is wonderful.
Ah, bloody oath. And now, my dears, comes the climax of the evening.
Godwin, you old goat.
Come here.
Chip.
Priest has mounted up. What do you say, Henry? Shall we take a little ride of our own?
He's just like, oh, this is much better than when you're drunk. Oh, this didn't happen the first time I played. What in the fuck? Is he like gone permanently brain drunk? What in the fuck is going on? That is creepy as shit. Well, I'm gonna get dressed first off, because that's weird as shit, walking around half naked with some old man who's buying it cheap. Because reasons.
Well, I have to say that was a fine evening.
Oh, now I'm naked again. What the hell? I didn't have my beard. Dropping the ball.
Godwin, you beast! Get up! Do you hear me? Wake up, you drunkards!
Oh, fucking hell. Where the... Oh, what the... Oh, who the hell are you? Oh, Henry. My great friend, Henry. Didn't we have a wonderful time?
Well, you certainly did, you old lecher. Now you better pull yourself together quick. You haven't much time. There's some water and something to eat on the table there, but if I were you, I would move my hairy arse before my flock eats me alive.
Oh, step on in my head. Oh my God. poor suffering stomach. Ugh. What was that woman on about? Wait, before my flock eats me alive. I've forgotten something. What have I forgotten?
Where the fuck am I?
What the fuck was it? Mass! Oh shit, I have to say mass. I gotta say mass. You have to help me.
How? You're the priest.
I can't do it in this state. Maybe the liturgy. But I have to give a sermon as well. Oh, this is a disaster. They're gonna excommunicate me.
I'd like to help you, but...
You can.
Like I'm in any more of a state to do it than he is? Like...
So, first I investigate a murder no one wants investigated. Then I drunkenly keep the whole town up all night. And now you want me to preach at them from the pulpit? Do you want them to burn us at the stake?
No. No, I've got it. Suppose that Sir Rattay's protege. You just came from studying in Prague. And you want to share the words of Master Jan Hus, who you recently heard preaching there. Henry, look. From what I remember, we might have overdone it a bit last night. And if the bailiff or someone else complains about me, the bishop's gonna have my guts for garters. So I'd appreciate it. Stop gaping at me like a stuffed squirrel and start helping.
You're mad. You're stark raving mad.
I'm not. It's a perfect plan. It's flawless. Oh.
Ugh.
How about this? If you help me with this, I'll tell you who Lubosh's cronies are.
He's just like, what? He just drank so much he just forgot all about fucking Limpy Lubosh. He's permanently brain drunk.
Well, alright. I can't make any promises about what'll happen.
No, neither can I.
What do you want me to do, exactly?
I'll go and start the liturgy. Then I'll introduce you. You give the sermon I told you yesterday in the tavern, and that's
Oh, fantastic.
No
I totally remember that word for word.
If it turns out well,
You're recite it
I'll tell
verbatim.
you what I know about
It's
Lubosh.
going.
Christ almighty.
It's going to work.
Fine then. We have a deal.
Wonderful. Let's get...
I just know church, greed, bad. Everyone terrible. Sinners. A lot of you. Yeah, I guess I should probably get dressed, I mean, to some degree. Again, after I already did once. Because every priest needs a set of weapons. I'm just still drunk. Like, well and truly drunk. Like, holy fuck, like 45% of the circle's full. This is totally gonna work great. Oh, nice. Reputation lost. Fantastic. Again. Like, just fucking dealing with this guy is just ruining my reputation. And I can see why now.
I thought he'd never show up. The swill.
Look at him. He can hardly walk after his capers last night.
You were with them, you beast. Just you wait.
Look at him. Mother of God, any minute now he'll throw up.
So I couldn't sleep a wink last night with all that clamor.
In nomine Patris, et Filii, et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Accepit panem in sanctas at venerabiles a manus suas. Hoc facite in meam commemorationem.
Brothers and sisters, you may have had the honor
of meeting Henry from Skalitz, who is here at the behest of Sir Hanush to investigate that heinous crime at Neuhof. You might not know that Henry recently visited Prague, where, by the grace of God, was able to hear Master Jan Hus from the esteemed Charles University preaching. I've managed to persuade Henry to stand here today in my stead and tell us what he heard. Because, as you all probably know, Jan Hus is a very popular preacher in Prague. So, Henry, you may begin.
Now I'm curious which one of them will puke first.
Brothers and sisters, let me get straight to the point. I'd like to talk about the church and how corrupt it is. Boy has a cheek.
Creation has given to every man the power by which he might rule the whole world. But that power does not give him the right to rule. That right belongs to God alone. It is the corruption of God's pastors here on
should have gone
earth
harshly.
that has brought misfortune on our heads. Plague, humans, hunger, and chaos.
The accursed wealth that the church is drowning in is poisoning almost the whole of Christendom. When dogs are fighting over a bone, take the bone and they will stop. Just like the flock of ravens that has descended on this land to peck up every speck of gold and silver. They show no mercy. Their hearts are poisoned by covetousness. They trade everything. Everything is for sale. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay, and you will have absolution. And the prelates sin and give themselves absolution.
For shame. Shame upon them.
And what sins? They live with harlots and keep concubines, even though only marital intercourse for the purpose of procreation is pure. If someone takes a woman or man only to satisfy their own lust, who seduces them to do so but Satan? And how much darker the sin if that man is a servant of the church? Who can turn his face to God, who fornicates and then puts on priestly robes?
Nothing we don't know about already.
Well, let's
Enough
go with it
about
again.
sin, which the prelates are so fond of preaching about, and whose absolution they promise if you only pay enough coin to Mother Church. What if the devil himself were to pay? Will the bishops tell us he too would ascend to heaven? And what about those bishops? They sin without remorse, and with the money grasped from the poor for indulgences, they keep fine horses and hordes of servants to pamper and garb their mistresses in expensive furs, while Christ, the Lamb of God, walked barefoot and had nowhere to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too.
Down with the prelates! Away with them!
We're fortunate to have our good father Godwin. At least he's a fair and simple man.
Well, this worked out a lot better than I remember this the first time.
God sees what is happening on earth, and he is filled with righteous wrath that those who should seek the salvation of souls instead seek mammon and the idle comfort of lucrative posts. Blessed are the shepherds who share the poverty of their flock, who are as one with you and bear with you the burden of this earthly pilgrimage, who do not condemn your venial sins.
Oi! All honor to Godwin! Let him drink like one of us!
That is all I heard in Prague. Amen.
God damn, that worked out. Yeah, the first time I did that, holy crap, it was terrible. There was, like, they enjoyed none of it. I didn't pay attention to anything said in the inn.
The lad spoke well.
And it just, yeah.
He's right, that was.
The young man shouldn't drink so much.
But the Lord's given him a
I'm
silver
glad he
tongue.
came here. I don't suppose I'll ever get to Prague. And he told it nicely.
Well, well, my boy, you have talent, and I can't deny it. And you pulled a thorn from my side. I almost didn't make it.
Yeah, I noticed. I wasn't the only one.
Oh, what's to be done? I'll make it up somehow.
So, about our bargain.
Although it's a sin.
So gluttony. And fornication.
God does forgive a penitent.
So, what did Limpy Lubos tell you? Was he at Neuhof that day? Who was with him? And where are they now?
Now, slow down. I'm sorry, but he didn't tell me that much.
Don't let me down after all I've been through. For you...
Well, now Lubos came to me shortly after it happened. His conscience was gnawing at him. And I must say, in the end, he turned out to be a better man than he looked. He said they'd been hired through some crony of theirs. And at first they were just to steal some horses.
You really like that word crony.
Then it all turned sour and people started getting killed. And neither he nor his cronies wanted him to do that. So they fell out from the gang and fled.
Fell out? Yeah, there was a body found in the woods by Neuhof.
That would explain something. Lubos kept jabbering that he wasn't a murderer, that he didn't want to do it.
So I know that Lubos killed the murderer and he's dead too. The trouble is, I need to find the ones who are still alive. I need names and places. Did he mention any of the others?
Only nicknames. Talked about some fella called Riki from Ledechko, Pius, Timmy.
Pius. That lot are about as pious as I am ordained.
Nonsense. You would make an excellent priest. And anyhow, with your skills, you ought to be able to sniff out this Riki from Ledechko, right?
Well, we'll have to now. There's not much else to go on. Let's hope he's not hanging from the wall, too.
Indeed. And I'd hate to be excommunicated for nothing. Anyhow, good luck. You watch out for yourself. These people clearly mean business. And I'd like to raise a tankard with you again sometime.
Yeah, I'll try. Although I'm not sure I'd survive another night of your debauchery.
And if anyone should ask, you heard nothing from me. I'll deny everything.
I don't doubt it.
Well, that turned out a lot better than it did the first time. Fantastic. How's my guy just not even tired right now? He's getting there. Well, I suppose that's a good spot to call it for now. Thank you for watching. I'll be back on here again soon. Like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.